the question that has been going on since NTW3 first started. What do you do when your teammate drops out of a game at the very beginning after spending 45 minutes to an hour and a half waiting for the game to go up? Well, today we are going to see one of the more hardcore options here, guys. So, this is a 4v4, the French going up against the Spanish. These are cores, and this 7-pointer has dropped as soon as the game started. Now, they obviously played this one because they sent it in. And I'm going to show you what happens when you basically have the French taking it on a 3v4. Now, we do have some Polish Lancers, I believe, that did charge against some Spanish Dragoons, wasted them, and then they're going to pull out of there and, go back. But the French obviously are having to change some tactics. Obviously, because this whole 7-pointer just died, or is about to die, because it's an AI. AI is pretty basic. I mean, they do some crazy, stupid things because they're just a computer. You know, you can't expect it. Look at this. The French are getting torn up right now. They're running right into a square like a noob. And Spain is just kind of wrecking France. Now, they actually got a nice charge on some skirms. Holy smokes. The AI actually did a decent thing here or two. Now, you can see this other French player, the 10-point Masséna, is actually pushing up with the AI. There is actually a viable strategy in going with the AI blob. The AI actually will do a small amount of damage. As you can see, already have broken one unit. Now they're going to get surrounded. A square going to just tear into them. But now the French are having to shift tactics. You can see this 6-point Dorsey is shifting everything left. You have the Suchet, who is rolling down this road, probably going to shift left. They need to consolidate around with their ally, who is rolling up in a very spectacular, awesome looking fact. I love the assault column. Look at this. It's just, man, the French in their columns like this just look gorgeous. I mean, you can never, not appreciate that. Now, we do see the French AI. He's looking to maybe be blobbing a little bit. He's going to cheat as AI do, which is why no one likes playing with them. No, I'm just kidding. The bots the AI can't handle such a complex mod, so they will do some pretty stupid stuff. Now the rest of the French, though, like you can even see Masséna, he's pushed up his cav. He's trying to scout out, trying to see what the Spanish are going to do. Spain is, they've set up. They have not pushed up to their ally. At this point, even Spain has got to consider their options, and they got to know that the French probably will be a little aggressive. Like, the French are going to have to be a little bit aggressive to make up the fact that they have lost an entire army without it even fighting. But you can see, oh man, look at that. It's kind of beautiful still, sort of, in a massively disastrous, confused, disoriented way. This artillery, yeah, they're gonna die. Now, we do have Masséna throwing some Dragoons forward. Oh my goodness. More and more Dragoons charging into the Spanish line, running right in front of the shooting gallery. Ooh. Falling back. Yeah. But we do not have a actual French player charging in or getting a nice charge off on the Spanish cav. But he's, of course, going to start... Ooh, man, it's starting to lag with all this. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous. The cavalry everywhere. But Spain is actually going to charge in here, but you see France going to pull back. He's going to throw up more Dragoons here. And this is turning into a bit of a chaos here, guys. Nothing else is happening on the other side of the battlefield. And yes, I did screen this one because anytime there's a drop, you always have to watch out. Can France, guys, this is the age-old question, can France win with an ally dropped? Well, buckle up, guys, because this is a wild ride. This is going to be a wild ride. France is going to have to pull everything out of the toolbox to crush Spain. And they're going to have to do it in spectacular fashion. Now he's charging it against the Spanish cav once again. He's just cycling in and out, broke one of the cav units, and now he's actually going to engage even more Spanish cavalry. And a nice flank by even more French cav charging in on the flank. More Dragoons. You do see grenadiers forming up here, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. You can see where he is pushing his infantry. He's not going with the AI blob. That is a huge mistake you do not want to make, because they're going to mass route, and then friends routing is actually a debuff. He has, however, thrown back the Spanish cav quite effectively here, breaking them all. So now France has an advantage on Spain. Spain, they do have an ally pushing up cavalry, but they are, for the most part, defenseless. This artillery, horse artillery, excellent position against this AI. Look at that. It does look quite beautiful, though. The brave French going right into the teeth of the guns. But he's going to go on the left flank here. You can see Spain is actually set up for the most part to face the blob, when honestly they should have been, for the most part, ignoring it. They should have like had 1 or 2 units maybe, but everything else should have been pushing over. I don't know what point size this is, and just checking, you know, just in case you were wondering if anything's happening, nothing is absolutely happening. Suchet and Dorcine are actually just rolling over here. They are all gonna meet with their allies. Beautiful, beautiful strategy. Fighting with your allies versus fighting by yourself, you know. Always a good thing. Now we do have France getting ever closer. They are shooting quite like a little bit here. Even over here, they are shooting. They're clumping up and shooting. You know, obviously it doesn't look very pretty. But they're taking on some Spanish grenadiers. Oh, do we actually have maybe a bayonet charge coming? Maybe. Spain is still getting some free kills, basically. But while Spain is busy, France, Masséna is now pushing up here on the flank. Now, he does have a lot of light infantry, almost entirely light infantry, which is kind of cool. I don't think actually, yeah, everything is light. Wow. Oh, here we got some lines over here. But his light infantry starting to roll up here as Spain has some reserves shifting over as they realize the true threat is on their flank. Oh my goodness. France just went all in. It's all ogre now. See, Masséna actually has some infantry right over here with his artillery. I think he's going to try to cover, stop the French from being cut off here. Spain not being able to cut them off necessarily. And we do have more cav engaging here. More dragoons clashing with the Spanish cav. Not doing amazingly well over here, as you can see. Spain actually got their infantry to start firing on the flank here. We do have some, oh, that was bad. That hurt them, but they're going to get a nice counter volley. Wow, I didn't even kill that man. What the heck? But they're going to start trying to get up nice at point blank, trying to volley the enemy here. This is where the push is going to start happening. We do have potentially some cavalry engaging over here. Yeah, 7-point victor still holding. This AI is holding their own, you know, desperately. But you can see here the skirmishers have broken, and oh my goodness, France is still pushing on the flank. Masséna is still breaking quite a lot of enemy cavalry, and Spain is actually going to start falling back here. And you can see their front line just broke. Oh, they're done. They're done. But I'm sure Spain has now realized they are not being engaged over here. They ought to realize this is where the fight is happening. And so far, Spain, you know, they're doing something. They're holding. However, we do see some cavalry dragoons charging in against the line here. And Spain is in a bit of trouble. Not just a bit of trouble. They're in a lot of trouble, guys. This French line is advancing. Look at that. And they got reserves for days. Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. But I want to give my computer to be able to run all these models all at once. But you can see the artillery is still set up here for Spain, so they're still trying to make a desperate hold. Still some AI. We do have a little bit of cavalry engaging. It's just Dorcine. It looks like I'm charging in against the Spanish cav. Unfortunately, he does break. Some squares got formed here as Dorcine engaged even more Spanish cavalry here. maybe trying to harass the Spanish as they push up to reinforce their ally. Now Masséna looks like he's throwing even more dragoons on the side. We do have some heavy cav for Spain. Looks like across the air. Or oh, never mind. Is that French cav or Spanish cav? Okay, so the cav does break, but here comes more French infantry, and they are sneaking along this flank. He has plenty of reserves here, guys. Can't tell me that's not beautiful. Oh, cav going for the artillery piece and infantry all at once. Beautifully executed. That artillery was starting to really kill the French. But now it is gone, and France is advancing here on this flank. Yeah, they're going straight off the flank. Oh, yes. That is a picture. That is gorgeous. You can start hearing them chanting Vive la France. And there we go. They're probably going to be sending more cavalry in. A bayonet charge. Go for it for the Emperor. Oh, do we have a gen sniper? Oh, more artillery getting just absolutely shredded here. Now, we do have, like I said, the AI is getting attacked by the Spanish. The rest of the French are still way over here. They're not going to even try and engage here. They're letting the AI tank it. They are totally wiping Spain off the map here, on this side at least. They have done quite a beautiful job of it. And actually evening the odds, guys. They have evened the odds. This is a fair battle now. Granted, there's still a little bit of the Spanish player here, but this AI is still alive. They are shooting, and you can see they've actually killed a little bit of this Spanish, grenadier units. Like, that's from the AI. That's shocking when you consider the AI is playing more competently than maybe it did before. Before, it was just a blob charge, so maybe, they fixed a little bit the AI. Now, we do have a cav charge, potentially. And they're going to get themselves out of there. Here comes France once again on the flank. They are not stopping. They have to keep the momentum going forward here. Try to catch Spain out of position. Now, of course, Spain is having their own reinforcements pushing up here. Some guard, actually. Quite a bit of guard. That's not going to be an easy one for France to break. Isn't that just beautiful, guys? Come on, that's beautiful. All right, and if you disagree with me, then you don't know what art is. France is pushing way around the flank here. Look at that. They have light infantry already pushing around, the guard reacting, cavalry hovering. And seeing from their perspective, that Spanish line is holding. Kind of liking this vantage point. You can kind of see almost everything that's happening. You see a general pushing up as well. Yeah. Jean-Baptiste. More cavalry shifting over to the right side. More and more cavalry in the rear. And Spain has set up their lines starting at this grove here. So they are going to be forming up along this line. The rest of the French are still pushing. Now, let's see. This is Suchet. Suchet has quite a lot of infantry, and Dorcine way behind him. So basically, guys, this has been one French army along with the AI. We can't forget the 7-pointer because he is still alive. So it's been, a French army and a half of an army, I guess, fighting here. But so far, this Masséna has made some beautiful plays and has actually forced the Spanish back. But now they are going to fall back, and I guarantee you there's still a Spanish army sitting here. Now, I'm curious to see What Suchet and Dorsine... Dorsena? Is it Dorsena? Am I been Dorsine? Like a typical American with like no... I will say this, guys. I appreciate you guys not like going insanely out of your mind about me butchering all the pronunciations of like every name, because I know I do it, and I'm sure I could invest some time and try to learn how to pronounce names, but for one, I'm lazy, and two, I just have a bit too much of a life to be able to, you know, invest too much time in, you know, learning too much on pronunciations. I probably could, you know. Who am I kidding? I definitely have some time. I just haven't done it. But I appreciate you guys not, you know, not quitting on me because I butcher, like, every single name except for American names on stuff. I bet you it's Dorsena. I wouldn't be surprised. See, I am learning. Maybe. I'll look it up after, and that way I'll know if I'm right or not. It's just, like, in language, like... In like English, I feel like the E at the end means it's silent, you know, so it would be Dorsine, I think. But like in other languages, the E actually makes like an eh or I or something. Dorsen, like eh. Okay, I'm getting into language when we should be focusing on the battle. What am I doing? Spanish Guard setting up here. They are ready to face. Ooh, nice. Volleys. Replied to by the French. And we have cavalry pushing over as well. And more infantry. Masséna is attacking once again in earnest. His infantry are fresh. They are ready. Like I said, cavalry pushing up. He has three units of dragoons. Oh, is he... Oh, do we have some cavalry from Dorsena pushing up? We do. Now, does Spain have squares to meet it? That is the question. Beautifully executed on the cav charge, but it's such a small unit of cav. I'm concerned they're not going to make any impact. Yeah, they're going to break that nice flanking volley fire. Oh, we do have some things developing here. France. Suchet engaging the Spanish lines here by the village. We see a little bit of flash of lines. So the line for Spain obviously ranging up along here. Dorsena is going to have to maybe push some infantry. He could go for the flank here. I'd push all my columns up and try to hit the Spanish here, because Spain actually has a nice area to be just obliterating the French. Ooh, we have some bayonet charges, but there's Spanish grenadiers meeting the French halfway. And actually, France is looking a little worse for wear. Now, we do have a nice volley. Oh, this is probably going to kill a lot of grenadiers. This will be good. Fire. Please fire. I want to see this. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. That is what I like to see. Ooh, oh my goodness, I'm missing this. All right, some more cavalry charging in against the Spanish lines. Maybe some infantry now going to charge in as well. You can see Masséna trying to push up on the flank of Spain. They're pushing up their center line because this angle is kind of... The Spanish are a little bit worse for wear. However, Masséna may have pushed himself into an attack from two sides here. And you see he's getting bayonet charged. These guys may actually break. In fact, I would pull back out of this entirely. This does not look like a fight he's going to win.
Our men are running.
Yeah, he's going to start losing this center fight. He did pull back more reserve, but he is pushing up a couple more reserves as well. Pushing up more cavalry to help out here, but ooh. Yeah, this light infantry not going to do amazingly well, but here we go, another cav charge. Oh, it broke. Dang. Oh no, France is actually getting themselves destroyed here, just a little bit. Grenadiers holding well. We do have more cavalry charging in against the Spanish line, but this is actually looking bad. Nice volleys exchanged now, but this line infantry just broke. Who are they facing? Okay, this is some pretty good infantry, actually. But, oh my goodness. Look at this massive bayonet melee. And France seems to have finally made a dent in the enemy lines here. They're starting to get a mass rout over here. France, Masséna, he is pushed up even more and more reserves because he has some more cavalry. We're going to try to charge probably this Spanish unit try to even the odds, guys. This is kind of the push and shove. They are just trying to push forward, get some wins here. Line of infantry pushing up as well. He does have more cavalry on the way back. France, though, starting to win, and they're starting a mass rout here. The Spanish going for the flank here. Oh, Trilliers, what? Oh, we have an enemy general. Ooh, I thought it was about to crash. Nice snipe by the Cav. Dorsena is going for actually 2 Spanish generals, one after the other. And with that, the Spanish morale is probably going to cave. And keep in mind, guys, Dorsena is still yet to form up his lines. Now, Spain is not by any stretch of the imagination gone.
Now they must break.
However, they are breaking in several places here. You can see this line wavering. This side, the center has kind of broken, and Spain is now in retreat with France hotly pursuing them. Running down Spanish troops, keep them from falling back. But this whole right flank has managed somehow to get away thus far. But France is not going to let that stand. They are going right for the throat of this guard line. Spain's going to have to sacrifice something if they want to get out of here alive.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
And yeah, the reserves from Dorsena. I probably butchered it either way at this point. But we do have more Spanish cav pushing up, and France going in on these squares. The desperate defense of Spain. Oh man, France is obliterating them. Oh, there's the officer in the front lines. Sorry, it's probably really loud. I realize you probably can't even hear me. Like, when this is happening, you probably are like, oh man, I need to turn this down. I can't even hear myself think. Now, it does look like we have some melee happening, you know, in the town here. Another French bayonet charge. Spain does have a left flank here, but they are not really pursuing an attack at this point, it does look like. We do have Suchet pushing up the reserves. Yeah, the 6-pointer is going to push forward here. Oh, he has the Swiss. Yes.
Our men are running, sir.
I love the Swiss. I know I say every video I see them. But they look so good. Now, Spain is holding a line here, but their flank is vastly they're outflanked, I guess is the words I'm looking for here. They are just unable to face what's becoming a huge mass rout from their allies. Even over here, they are losing big time now. And France is just kind of running them down. What Spain needs to do is get away from their routing allies and then push up this side, maybe against Suchet. That's the only place they could possibly win. But at this point, the whole ally dropping thing, it's not going to work, you know. At this point, it is over, unfortunately. Masséna was able to capitalize really well. Ooh, we got a general in the main fight. Mad general still fighting. What a hero. Keep in mind, guys, we're at the 24-minute mark, so this battle hasn't, been super slow and drawn out. I feel like it's been going for a lot longer just because of how much has happened. But I'm glad to see that Spain is not dead. It's like, you know, when you're playing a video game and you think the main story is done and then just it's not done, it's not even close to done. This is what's happening in this battle right now, because I see a lot of fresh Spanish still marching. This 6-pointer has definitely not really seen action, so he's probably itching to actually get in the fight. Well, it's his time to shine. Send in these Swiss, please. Please, especially this. Look at these grenadiers. They are so good looking. Man. Polish even look nice. Although I will say, I want to see if there's España Grenadiers. Do they have any Grenadiers? Because I love the French España Grenadiers. They look really good. Where are they? Nope. We don't have any, do we? That's sad. Oh well. Now, so Spain is holding here, but I still think this is not a wise decision because there's so many routing troops still. This debuff, they need to get away from their allies who are running. But now Suchet can let his ally take over a little bit here. And look at this. Suchet start heading off this attack. Oh my gosh, look at how much French is pushing forward. Look at that. I mean, France is just in such mass, such organized mass in a way. Imagine how invincible you would feel being one of these French, soldiers. You're marching forward, and there's just so much. There's just so much. I would feel invincible being in a land like that. Now, we do have a little bit of engagement here. Like I said, Masséna, he has artillery set up, and now he is going to be trying to hold off here. We have an artillery crew bravely charging in. I would be a Frenchman laughing. That looks cool. Okay, we don't need the minimap at the moment. Let's get some cool looking shots here. You know you want to see them. Oh yeah. So France obviously is advancing here in force. We have an assault column prepping. Look at this. You know what's coming. Send in the Swiss. There they go. I don't think they're actually going to get a chance to fight because already the French, as you can see, are pushing up here with cavalry and infantry. This is over. Oh my gosh. Yep, it's over for them. Alright, I'm not getting a good shot here. I need to get a better shot. That's even worse. Let's go, France! Alright, over here, the battle is just starting to maybe be joined once more here. France is pushing up. They got plenty of time. They got time, all the time in the world. Their ally is winning. As you can see by the waving of flags. I mean, can you even tell who's winning actually at this point? It's actually really hard to tell. I see troops running. Yeah, there's troops running way in the back. And way over here. Wow. You can actually see quite a bit. Yeah, you can see the French banners advancing. Oh, artillery here, more and more infantry. Man, it looks amazing. Skirmishers up here. This has got to be one of the coolest looking battles, you know? Yeah, look at that mass route. The French just constantly pushing. Spain just can't stop them at this point. Dang it, these Swiss Grenadiers, guys, have not done anything yet. They have not, they've lost 2 men. I've not seen them in action. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. Here we go, though. Masséna getting his men into combat. These guys have been so successful thus far. Let's see if they can pave the road to victory once more. Yep, oh, look at this. Spain's already running away. It's a huge skirmisher unit. Yeah. Sorry, Spain, but France has got you this time. And see, this is why, guys. I mean, actually, this turned to be a very even fight. I mean, France did amazingly well, even with a dropped player. They did really well. A 3v4. They still crushed it, so maybe, you know, I've said this before, I'm like, I wonder if you have competent players on both sides, if Spain still needs to have, like, an extra player on the French, or if that doesn't really matter a whole lot. Oh, we got another bayonet charge. We got some lights charging a square here. And this will be the beginning of the end for the Spanish line, which has been forced before. Now, these infantry aren't even really fighting at this point. So Spain seemed to be extending themselves out a little bit more than they needed to. I feel like Dorzena has still done basically nothing.
Our men are running, sir.
Having the back lines here, Lancers. We got a general here as well, looks like. He survives somehow. But now begins the, like, I mean, these Lancers have wreaked havoc on this Spanish line. There we go. Still nothing by these Swiss Grenadiers. But at this point, yeah, we're just prolonging the inevitable. I think Spain is just going to fight to the bitterest of ends with what they have left, which isn't much. So there's one unit way over here. I'm just going to, you know, yeah, there's not a whole lot left. Alright, and that should be it for this army. Let me just fast forward just a little bit and we'll pull up the results here. We have one left. Man, I mean, you consider, guys, how littered this field is, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Spain could have done differently on this flank against the AI and against Masséna. He obviously got outflanked here. I think he probably should have fallen back. whether or not this had been an AI or not, I mean, if it hadn't been an AI, probably this Spanish player would have gotten wrecked even faster and it would have been a way worse of a game. But it was more of a challenge because he dropped, obviously. Now, this is obviously Masséna. This was set by Matt Bob playing as Masséna. You can see he got some crazy, crazy high kills with almost all, I mean, half his army got over 100 kills. And the rest got, you know, over 50. Even his general got 1 kill. So they all got their fair share of glory that day. And yeah, the French took the field, being a player down, did beautifully well. But let me pull up the results real fast. All right, so as you can see here, guys, we have the French here. So Mr. Baguette obviously was the one who dropped. He only killed 218 men. That's to be expected with an AI, but he did tank quite well. You see map up with 26-13 for the kills. Knights of Shoegaze got 1709. Terminus got 1052. Now on the other side, you have Native Hours, Spain. Got 1484. Definitely got the most kills on his team. Gord with 976. Acolyte's probably the one who got rushed in the very beginning, only got 394 kills, and then Tibbles got 637. So definitely a decisive victory for this French army, and I bet you they are very happy. They did not quit once their teammate dropped, and they played on. And, you know, it worked out beautifully for them. They capitalized quite well on it. So good job to them. Good job for France, for they won. Yeah. That's about it for me today, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of this content and you are not subscribed, well, I'm not going to put too much pressure on you, but it does help the channel. That's all I'll say. It does help the channel. But also commenting, liking the video, that is just as much help. I appreciate any of those things that you want to do. I love hearing from you guys, and I appreciate all the support you guys have given this channel. But yeah, that's about it. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And as always, I'll catch you all in another video.